Are you thinking about the shooting season yet? Possibly not, but there are plenty who depend on your custom who are. Game rearers and gamekeepers are thinking of nothing else. Of course, many will still be licking their wounds from last season, the season of COVID. We've certainly heard of gamekeepers who have lost their jobs, their trucks and their homes in the carnage, as well as shoots going under or struggling with debt. Jason Mayhew is a professional working dog trainer. We filmed with him a few years ago on a wet, walked-up day. He's now running a shoot on a new estate, and today he's helping us with some filming for Half Kilo Clothing. He has found that COVID has changed the way the game bird business operates.
So this year we're far more confident in where we are in the situation. But in terms of rearing and collecting birds, there's been a massive change in the view how we get our birds. So whereas before a deposit was taken as and when the rearers wanted it, right now they want 50% upfront, non-refundable. So this has a knock-on effect for us. So therefore we've gone back to the people who bought the days with us and asked for the same terms and conditions. There is a bit of hesitancy because in the world it's always been a nice handshake and things like that. And what we have found is through gripes, through grumbles, but this is how it is. Things have to evolve and we have to protect ourselves, and so do the game rearers. Right. The other thing is those guns
Jason's bookings are strong, but shoot operator James Davies Cooke, who runs Grisani Estate in Flintshire, North Wales, feels that some guns are being super sensitive to what they're hearing on the news.
He said, "Oh, I'd love to take a 250 bird day, whatever." I was like, "Great, fine." He said, "What's the crack?" And I explained everything. I said, "Look, I won't hound you for any money now. In May, when my costs start coming out, I'll speak to you and we'll get it sorted. I'll send you an invoice and away to go." And then we did this, and then he just sent me an email back saying, "Lockdown, won't be able to get into Wales, can't do it." And I was like, well, and that was one chap. Another chap said that he was going to front the day for all his pals, and then proceeded to tell me that they wouldn't pay their deposit, so it wasn't for his pals. But yeah, you know, different situations. And I like to say, I know money's tight. It is tight, but I do think that guns need to invest in their shoots, is what I'm trying to say.
Dave Whitby, gamekeeper and co-founder of the National Gamekeepers organisation, agrees with James that this is the time to dig deep and support our shoots as they are heavily exposed this year.
You know, there's a lot of small shoots hurting. They've still had to pay their rent, they've still got their costs, they've got all the fixed costs are there, and even if they haven't released a single pheasant, they've still got the outlays. So it's really make your mind up time. You're either going to support your shoot, those small shoots that have struggled last year, or you're going to watch them go. And you know, if you end up supporting and you lose a few quid, then maybe in years to come that shoot can help you and reward you with better days and giving you a little bit of leeway where possible. You may not be in a position. If they're totally non-commercial, then we all take a hit. Everybody takes a hit.
Behind the scenes, the work is already well underway for the coming season. If you are worried about being stung this year, the message from shoot owners, gamekeepers and sporting agents is try and think long term, because it may not just be a shoot day you'll be investing in, it may be the future of shooting.
Keepers are a breed that needs protecting. If they go and more small shoots close down, then you've got more areas of Britain that is unmanaged, swamped by predators, and it doesn't get that vital protection for songbirds during the spring. And that's what we've got to think about. It's not just game shooting, it's far from game shooting. If your shoot closes down, it's an impact on the whole of the countryside around. Support your shoot, support your local keeper, and hope for the best.